Hello everyone, and welcome back. We are in episode 7 of Let's Play Star Trek Online. Now we have to go stop the signal, and of course, as per usual, because we're a Delta recruit, we're going to check and see if there's something in here. Yes, there is something in here that we have to make sure to get. Something I should make mention of, if you do forget to do the thing, if you forget to go get the item that in the mission that is pertinent to the Delta Recruit track, that's fine because you can replay the mission afterwards again. Just bring up J on your keyboard, go to your episodes, and you'll notice right away when you scroll down, some of these have a replay button. This one doesn't because obviously it's just for cadets. This one does have a replay button. As does this one, and this one's the one we're going to be doing right now. So let's get underway and stop the signal. I'm trying to keep these episodes down to about half an hour each, which is good because it goes based on each episode or each mission in the entire block of missions. Right now we are on the Klingon war set of missions, so we're going to see how that is. And we're having a server not responding issue right now. We may have to deal with this in a minute. There may be a jump cut. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. Sometimes this happens, sometimes this doesn't. It all depends because sometimes things can get a little finicky with regard to just exactly how the internet connection is. I mean, we're all dealing with internet connection. I personally don't have the greatest internet connection or the greatest machine to deal with this thing, but here we go. Okay, that wasn't too much time, which is good. Okay, here we go. Captain, we are approaching the signal repeater. If we can get close enough, we can eavesdrop on the transmissions and determine the point of origin. Starfleet has reported hostile ships in the area, so we should be cautious. Alright, so we got our first point, which happens to be this way. Also look at that. There happens to be an enemy over there. Ooh, lots of enemies. Start firing. Sometimes when you are in a pitched battle and there is a ship like there was with that one that was quite a ways away, and it does get into the sort of the range where it can start fighting you, they will just decide, hey, let's go that way and start fighting that guy. So sometimes that does happen. And sometimes, on occasion, you can actually get away from that type of situation. So, he's only down to 7%. I'm going to start cruising back over here. Oh, there. Because I really wanted this. There we go. And wait for it to pop up. Yes, I like getting the research and development stuff inside missions as well. So now we're going to cruise on to the point once again. Getting closer to it. So obviously, I believe it's this asteroid. Oh no, it's down. You can see there's a little arrow right here on the mini-map. I was too high, but I am getting closer to it now. Okay, eavesdrop on the signal repeater. Okay, Lieutenant, the Klingons are using a low-frequency subspace carrier wave to send their stolen transmissions. We'll need to listen through the spectrum to figure out what the Klingons have heard and what they're sending. Oh, this is where we have to... This is where we have to try and... Okay, well, we had it there for a second. Well, let's get this a little bit higher. Oh, lower it. There we go. Okay, along the border of the sector, redeploying tachyon sensors to pick up cloaked Klingon vessels. Trace the signal. That's valuable Starfleet deployment information, sir. This must be the signal that the Klingons are tapping. We need to trace that signal. Okay. Tracing the signal now. The Klingons are bouncing the signal off another repeater. So now we have to go. We can show the signal trace here in case we get lost, which with me that sometimes can happen. So now we're on a roll. Remember I said how sometimes Klingon ships will cloak in the middle of combat? There we go. Of course, this is really difficult because now I got to deal with this asteroid in a way as well. Okay, these guys are... Let's see here. Oh, is he gonna cloak? Is he gonna try and cloak? I'm gonna do this because I can. Oh. I wanted my torpedoes to hit him. I didn't see my torpedoes launch. There we go. I got my shields back up to good standing. That guy's just like being a jerk. Okay, he's taken out. He's now decloaked. He's now down at 50%. Serves you right for cloaking. Did it hit him? No. I think the missile missed him completely. Which is fine. Because that one didn't. Yeah, now I'll just start eavesdropping on the signal again. Yeah, that happens. If you end up taking a little bit of damage while you're trying to do something, it can interrupt it. Okay, I can warp to Bomari. Or I can beat up that guy. Now I'm going to warp. Okay, I piggybacked a carrier wave on the signal from the repeater and tracked the signal to the source, sir. There is a listening base located between the binary moons of Bomari 2. Course to the moons of Bomari 2 laid in, sir. We can warp on your command. Let's go. I don't need to worry about such things as other Klingon vessels because I don't really need to worry about getting accolades for killing X number of Klingons at this present point in time. Sir, I'm detecting a Klingon transporter disruption field around the listening post. The field is being maintained by 3 transwarp disruptors. We'll need to destroy them before we can transport down to the listening post. Okay. Excuse me. This is a lot of these missions are very similar to what I've done before. However, they have changed slightly. Okay. So we're narrowing in on... these are the disruptors. There's 3 of them. There we go. And fortunately, there are no. They do not have shields, so that's a nice thing. Because that means when I hit them with photon torpedoes, they go boom. Okay, that's one. Oh yes, I forgot. I can't go to full impulse, thanks to the fact that I was in combat. But now we're on our way to this one, and we'll get that other one. I know it was to the right of us, but we'll just deal with this one right now, and we'll get ready. Again, we don't have to worry about shields. I am thinking, though, we are at some point going to have to worry about a Klingon vessel coming around and trying to kick our butt. These things are pretty weak. Oh yes, again, I think there's two vessels. What was I saying about two vessels? Yeah, there's two vessels. Okay, I'm in the midst of a firefight now. Target shields have failed. They're stuck. Oh look. Accolade complete. Soldier of the Empire. I like that. Did I kill somebody? Oh, I did. I'm so proud. I best start shooting this guy. Let's die. There we go. And I ended up getting some stuff. Well, that wasn't good. There's a tachyon beam to weaken his shields, so that's good. One of the neat things is you get to try all of these different tricks out. Depending upon the class that you are, like if, for example, if you are if you happen to be a science officer, you can use a tractor beam to actually decrease the accuracy of your opponent. If you're an engineer, well, you can actually do that with every single one of your different classes, but it's a nice tactical setup. Go. We're warping over to this one. Well, not warping, we're using full impulse. And this one's got some guards around it. Or it's got a guard near it. We might have a bit of a problem, but we'll check and see. We're going to have to deal with that guy, I believe. We'll just have to wait and see, because he is only, well, he's going to be close. We'll have to see how it goes, because he is only a couple of kilometers off from what that transport disruptor is. Oh, and now he's like right there. So we're probably going to have to deal with him. I'm going to start shooting him right now, because he's right there. He's very close. He's coming towards me. We may as well deal with him. That was perfect. That was beautiful. And I'm going to increase. I took 25,000 torpedo damage. I didn't take 25,000 torpedo damage. I took damage from a ship blowing up. So now we go back this way. Beam down. Get all my buddies. Or my bridge crew. You get access to other bridge crew that are available. You can actually go buy them from in-game recruitment officers. There's intelligence officers you can purchase. And you can also go into the in-game store, like the one where you have to use real money to buy in-game money, and go buy other different bridge crew officers that are not available to at just some of those other places. Okay, so, sir, we have received authorization from Starfleet to destroy this facility. It is considered vital to our war effort to protect our transmissions from enemy reception. I recommend we plant spatial charges throughout the area. If we hit several parts of the structure at once, it should suffer a catastrophic failure. Okay, let's go. We're going to plant spatial charges. Whoa. Well, there's a spatial charge here, but there's also dudes. Having a little bit of internet problem, connection problem, but not too much. It's not like the other day, so that's nice to see. I'm going to do this. You shoot that guy. Okay, there's one spatial charge. I'm going to get this small hypo, which is nice to have. I'm going to take this, which is a shield charge, which is nice to have, and we're going to plant the other spatial charge. Oh, there's a couple of other things in this room that I have to get. One of them being here. Okay, Klingon weapon storage. You recognize this locker as a storage locker for Klingon weapons, probably disruptor pistols and batleths. If you can bypass the lock, you might find something useful. Security lock is not easy to compromise, but you can physically remove some of the circuits and replace them in a different order. If you can do that. Okay, this is another one of the sort of in-game puzzles. If you take a look, I need to get that up there and that down there. Okay, arrange in ascending order. Okay, switch second and third. Okay, switch first and second, and then second and third. Unlock the case. Awesome. Okay, there is more than one, which is fine. I think didn't I already unlock the case? Okay, I guess I'm unlocking it now. What have I got? What have I got? I've got a disruptor sniper rifle and a Klingon batleth. I'm going to take it all. The batleth might come in useful later. Melee weapons, excellent to use against enemies like the Borg, especially considering the fact that they really like to remodulate their shields, and you have to use a tool to remodulate your phaser fire, or whatever weapon you happen to be using. So, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to have to redo that every so often. As you get higher in level, there will be items that you can get. I seem to have an Andorian now in my crew. Okay, spatial charges are, we need to determine what kind of sensitive information the listening post has picked up. Okay. And if you notice there, I have to insert a warning about the Iconians, and I now have to reach the computer core. Okay, nothing there, I don't have to worry about that. But I do have to put a spatial charge right there. Okay, and now, fire in the hole, everybody runs back, there we go. Okay, draw my weapon. Whoa, what are you doing? Holy crap. Okay, Buster McCrab. Ow! I should have equipped the batleth, because he was going for the batleth. Oh, look down there. Oh, look over there. I fell on my butt. Ow, this is really not that helpful. Okay, is everyone here? Good, you're all here. Nobody's dead, that's good. Okay, there are some items I need to get. First of all, we're going to scan. A lot of times it's just going to be second nature to come in here and do that. Okay, as I entered in here, I know that's the main computer core right there, but I also saw this. So I'm going to get this now.
You've done what you could. The Klingons were the first to discover Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant. At that time, we were still allies. But when they came to the Federation for assistance to find the infiltrators, we refused. It's now clear that there were Undine in the Federation government as well, and they were working to destabilize our alliance. They succeeded, and now we're all paying the price.
There we go. A little bit of history in there. Of course, the Undine in Star Trek Voyager, or Species 8472, excuse me, had a training facility that Voyager discovered, which had them posing as Starfleet officers. The Undine at that time thinking that Starfleet was going to invade the Undine's space. Naturally, they weren't, because... Oh, come on. Shoot that guy. What's going on? Oh! That Klingon is becoming... Not a Klingon. Oh, it's an Undine infiltrator. They must be manipulating this whole situation to pit the Klingons and the Federation against each other and to get valuable intelligence into Klingon hands for the war. This makes it more critical than ever that we get this information back to Starfleet. We need to uplink the computer core to our ship's computer. Okay, back to the computer. Okay, beam up. I now suddenly have an Andorian in my crew, which is fine. I will have to check that. Did I get an Andorian slipped into my crew without my knowledge? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So we're still waiting for things to load here. Oh, there we go. Not too much to worry about. Captain, the Klingons are fighting the Undine ship with their help. We can defeat it. Okay. So this is one of those situations where now suddenly we are helping the Klingons. And of course there's that Undine who is being a bit of a douche as he saw me and started firing on me. Those are some big Klingon vessels. This is not going that well. These are actually the Undine ships here are actually pretty indicative of what they're going to be like at higher levels. There is a whole mission series on the Undine and what they are like. So it's a good thing you're going after the Undine or Species 8472 at that point in time instead of at this early stages, because that would be not only a pain in the butt, it would be frustrating to all get out. Okay, I cannot see where he is. Oh, there he is. He's above me. Okay, he's slowly making his way down in percentage, and I'm going to continue to disrupt his shields. So, there we go. I need to fix that. I don't have my aft shield being hit by one of those things. Really don't want to be hit by one of those things. He is at 28%, 27%. So it should be going pretty good. Oh, now he's at 7%. This is going even better. He's only a kilometer away. Klingons are hailing us.
You have aided us in battle, Lieutenant, and I respect your bravery. In honor of your actions against the Undine, we will not destroy you today.
I really appreciate that. That you don't know how much that means to me.
Next time you will not be so fortunate.
Okay. Captain, I've set a course for out of the system. I'll transmit the data we recorded to Starfleet as soon as we're clear of the area, ready to leave on your command, sir. Let's go. Okay, that's the mission. It's now done. A lot of these missions are pretty quick, and some of the other missions are a little bit more complex. So right now, what the heck is that? Oh, that's just something that I don't need to worry about right now. Okay, as I said before when I started this one off, I don't have access to a whole lot here, so I'm just going to hit continue. I'm very close to level 7. As you saw, I got a huge amount of experience points with that. So we're going to go on to the next mission, Research and Rescue. Starfleet has lost contact with the Federation Science Station in the Casay system because all communications from Casay 2 must be boosted by satellite that compensates for Metreon isotopes prevalent in the system. It may be that the communications array is in need of repair. Please make the necessary repairs to the communications array and re-establish contact with the science station. So again, we're getting pretty standard stuff. We don't get any choices for this one right at this point in time. And this is the first time we actually have to leave the system. Now, I technically can't. I don't have any energy credits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this and I'm going to do some recycling. So, but first things first, I'm going to get rid of this stuff. So I'm going to go through here. Let's see here. I don't need... this is where I have to basically decide what I do and do not need. I don't need that phaser pistol. I don't need that. 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 I could probably use that. I need to put that in the R&D section. Let's see here. Is that better or worse than what I've got? Nope. I can sell that. Large power cell. I might be able to use that for something later. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of those. I don't need a science kit. No. I don't need an engineering kit. Phaser beam pistol I don't need. That. Is that better or worse? Is that better or worse? Energy dampening Mark II. You know what? I currently have energy dampening. Alright, well, it's the same thing. I'm going to give it to her because she could use it. That's one of the nice things. You can really equip your crew quite well. I don't need a disruptor cannon because my ship can't handle disruptors, so I'm going to get rid of that. The shield array. I guess I could have given that weapon to one of my other crewmates. Keep these at where it says minor regenerator and minor components because you can use these if your ship needs to be repaired and you're nowhere near space dock. You can actually use the minor components or the major components or critical components. Keep the major regenerators because these you can use to heal yourself and your crewmates. Disruptor blast, assault. That's a Mark 1. I don't need that. I don't need that. I might hang on to the Batleth. We'll see. I don't need a Vorta Ripple Berry. The impulse engines. Are these impulse engines better or worse than what I have? I have to go see. No, they are not. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of that. I now have 4,589 energy credits from getting rid of from recycling all of that stuff. Now I can click on that because it only cost me 300 energy credits. As it goes up in level and rank, that's going to get a whole lot more money. My level 58 Admiral, Federation Admiral, it takes
It's in
her...
danger to work in space. and the threat of Klingon attack has made even the most stout-hearted reconsider their choice to travel throughout the stars. A last-ditch effort to find a common ground could end this conflict, but there are many who oppose peace.
I almost walked on Leonard Nimoy's voice. I apologize for that. As I said before in an earlier episode, you will end up going through each different sector block, and you'll get a small narration as to what's going on. Currently, we've cruised around through a little bit of the Sirius sector block, and we've cruised around through a little bit of the, or now we're heading into, this is the Regulus sector block. You'll notice here, this is kind of in blue, and this is a little bit in blue here as well, the Pi Canis sector block. That's considered Federation territory. This Cardassian territory, this red all the way down here, that's Klingon territory. And this green here and this green here is all Romulan territory. And this over here is the Delta Quadrant. I know it's actually further away, but for condensing it down in the map a little bit, it's a little bit easier. This is, well, that's Gamma Quadrant, you could say. And then this is Borg space. This is a Borg war zone. And this right here is fluidic space. So that's the different areas. So anyway, that's that. Next, we're going to do a patrol, and we'll get to see exactly who we're going to be up against in the next episode. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and look forward to seeing you again. Until then, we'll see you later. Have a good day, and bye-bye.